Yeah,
Silence.
because it's gonna get annoying. Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
So, I mean, I put the thing there, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Except this freaking guy getting ice and shit.
Hi!
I have beer.
Hello! Oh man, beer's a good idea. Yo, Mark, can you...
Are you fucking kidding me?
You bring me a couple beers?
Mark, I love you.
Alright, dude, you recording already?
Yes.
Okay,
well,
cool.
No, I'm not
No,
recording
you're not
yet.
recording.
I record.
Alright, cool. Awesome.
Now we're recording.
Awesome, very good. Mark, please bring us a couple beers, man. Please. Do you want a beer?
I don't want a beer.
Alright, just bring me one beer. I love you.
Where's this one from?
He is
love
a
you,
dick.
man.
I'm not gonna lie. He
I
is a
love
bit
you.
of a dick sometimes.
Oh my god.
Alright, say, you guys speak? Say something?
Check.
He's a dick sometimes, Mark. I'll
Good,
give you
awesome. Alright. Cool. So, we begin.
that. No, there's
Alright.
there's an
So-
actual begin time.
Wait, I really
Now
want
we're
to know.
gonna have him bring.
Oh
the
yeah,
beer
we gotta sync first. Let's sync. Let's do the clap.
Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Well, okay, I guess.
One more time.
Okay.
Count.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, that's good enough. I'll figure it out. It's good. Awesome.
I
Alright,
only
cool.
clip my mic in like 15
clipped
different places.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know it's a free.
That was the claps.
I know.
Alright, cool. So,
Yeah.
alright, I guess we'll start off. This is our first podcast, Brutal Magllini time, and we have DukeSloth with us today. DukeSloth,
Ahoy.
legend in the Smite community. Very active on Reddit, very active on YouTube in general. He has some pretty awesome videos that you should check out if you haven't. I'm sure if you've heard of us, you've heard of Duke for sure. So, welcome, Duke. What's up?
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. Awesome. So we've been seeing some of your most recent stuff, and you know we've been wanting to make a video on Ratatusker, like really badly, because he's the shit, man. Like we found an awesome song. That's what we wanted to do.
Yes.
We found. I'm not even gonna say what it is because it's awesome, and I want you guys to be able to hear it and just be surprised by the pure epicness of that song.
I don't know what the song is.
You don't? I showed it to you, man. What do you mean?
You did?
You
Yeah.
definitely. So you definitely saw the song.
Dun, 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 dun. You know.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah.
Not instantly, but it's okay.
It's okay. There's no such thing as spoiling this.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah. So, yeah. What do you think of like? You made a video on Ratatusker not too long ago
Yeah.
that I saw, and I want to know your input, like the viability of trying to do a 5-man Ratatusker team and actually wrecking the other team. Is that possible?
Which map?
Assault or Joust? Well, no, it'd have to be Assault.
Well, assault. I say assault is definitely possible because realistically, what doesn't work on assault?
You're right.
You have the problem of having 5 physicals, obviously. But if you get like mystical mail on everyone, you just dash across the whole map. They will never catch you and take constant damage from the mystical mail and your physical damage as well. So I'm pretty sure he would be viable in that regard. I think his problems are mainly in Conquest, where you have like extended engagements and stuff. But
Yeah.
you know, Arena, Joust, Assault, Ratatusker is fine.
You know, I've never actually thought about that. I've never actually thought about using Mystical Mail on all 5 Ratatuskers. That'd be
There
pretty
you go.
OP early on. Like in the early stages
Early
of
on,
the game.
yes.
That'd be pretty dumb. Like, you just... The amount of
It's-
stupidity. You get
It's
the
what you
stun.
do on every warrior anyways, right? If you get 5 warriors in Assault, you just go 5-man mystical mail and just beat them to death. It's just how it always worked.
Yo, tank a Tusker, bro.
Take it.
Tank a Tusker.
Oh my
Don't
god.
shit on Tankatusker. Tankatusker works, man.
It does.
Bro,
With
if,
Emerald?
if Tank Mercury works, anything Tank works.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a break.
Yo, Tank Mercury doesn't work.
Yes, it does. Tell that to Snortolini.
Alright.
Yo, Snort will make Tank everything except.
But Snortolini will make anything work. He made Tank Uller work.
Oh my god, 15-4. That
But
was the
you go.
score by the end of the mage.
If Tank
15-4.
then anything can work.
Yeah, Tank Uller
He
somehow...
got a triple kill.
I mean, okay. But he's Snort, man. Snort can make anything happen. Look at him with Kabrakan. With Kabrakan, he's the terror of the battlefield. This guy just
Yo.
craps on everyone.
He's in
No.
every single video.
What?
Kabrakan is actually pretty freaking good, though. Paradigm plays him all the time at the moment. Think about that.
No, if the pros play him, he's gonna nerfed, man.
He's gonna nerf.
He's already getting a nerf next patch anyways. They get the new spectral armor where you can just walk through walls. That counts
Oh,
for his
yeah.
crits as well.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Yeah, there goes Bay. Both Emir and Kabrakan get fucked.
Nah, but I mean, Kabrakan, the point of the wall that he puts down isn't to trap people. It's to, you kill them. That's how you last hit people. Use it.
But you still want to hit your one afterwards. And if you don't hit your one because they walk through the wall, you're like, fuck you. Then what are you going to do?
That's true. Unless you play him like Snort, because Snort doesn't even like try to play him like a tank. He just goes straight mage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Snort uses the ult to last hit. Like I've seen people with like 30 HP and he goes like all time.
30
you know?
30%, like half their health, and you'll just.
No, like literally 30 HP. Just like the very sliver that you could breathe on them and they explode. He just goes on full out. Boom.
That's
I did it.
this is the proper way, man.
I mean, he could have pressed 3 instead, but
Yeah.
Nah, but I guess that's like his codex. Like they're out of his range, so he just goes, all right, you're out of range. Boom. I'm just gonna ult you because my ult is useless for everything else. I can't use it for positioning or trapping. That'd be too intelligent. No, I'm just gonna kill you. Nah, but yeah, Kabrakan is cool. I mean, I like him. I'm pretty sad that they're nerfing the walls basically in general, because I thought the walls was a really good mechanic in Smite in general.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of games have terrain like that. You know?
Honestly, it depends on the god. If you think about Ymir and Kabrakan, the walls are completely fine and really nice, like, mechanical additions. But think about Thor, who has a wall for no freaking reason at all. It could be a stun, it would still be a very viable god, but he just gets that wall for free. And think of Odin, who was just vastly, well, not vastly overpowered, but he's way too strong at the moment because you can fall behind by 5 levels and you're still useful because you have that wall, and that's all.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And, like, and if you do beat people with levels, so, like, let's say you have a really good early game and you're ahead of the game, he's just scary to play against, man. Like, if you try to gank him and you're a jungler and he jumps on you with that stupid shield, he'll basically kill you. You're dead.
Yeah. I think your best bet is to have someone like just nick the shield before he jumps just a tiny bit, like a minion or something, because then he doesn't get the double damage.
Yeah.
Nah, but dude, you'd have to get
that's
lucky though.
huge damage reduction if you do happen to damage that shield at all.
That's true.
It goes from being a 60% damage of somebody else's health to
30 because you have half of it gone.
Pretty much.
That's true. Yeah, Odin's pretty nasty though. I liked him back in the day though when he was just passives. That was fun.
Oh my, yeah. With the attack speed,
The
just
passive father.
Oh no.
yeah, oh my god.
He's funny.
Yggdrasil mustn't fall. All the minions attack fast as fuck.
Nah, that was kind of fun, man. I liked Smite back in the day, like when they were just trying to figure shit out. Characters were overtuned and undertuned.
Like Mercury or Release Date.
Mercury or
Oh yeah.
yeah, but
Average KD.
that. I'm talking about like way back in the day, like when freaking Thor just came out. You remember that?
I don't.
You remember when Thor just came out?
I wasn't there for that, actually.
You weren't there for that, or you were?
No,
No.
I weren't.
I
I
wasn't
was
either.
like,
You wasn't?
did I start?
Really? That was when I started. I think I started first playing when Guan Yu came out. Actually, that's
Oh my
when I started playing.
When Guan Yu had Amaterasu's
Or no, wait, no, before the horsey. When he had the ulti, the one that he jumped.
Amaterasu.
Bongos.
Yeah, the bongos, the bongos.
And when we had the face paint, he looked like he was a painting.
Yeah, he had the red face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how he's depicted, right? With red face.
Yeah.
Uh,
Although we should have Kali depicted like Kali is normally depicted, topless. Same with Neith.
With like shrinked skulls around her head.
Yeah? You don't get turned on by that? What's wrong with you?
It's my fetish.
A lot of things we're not turned on by that you are, Rico.
oh,
No, the list goes on.
oh, but
Oh, Excel, Microsoft Excel.
oh my God.
No.
That's Mark right now with his stats class.
Oh,
Yeah, like, I mean, I like the game. It was pretty cool back then. It's still really good, I think, but like, there's a lot of things that they do need to fix. Like, for example, they need to make Herc absolutely stupidly broken again. I mean, he's still pretty strong, but like,
Oh no. Back in the day.
back in the day.
That's stupid.
Oh,
Unkeepable.
that's fun.
Couldn't kill him.
I would love to see Shield of the Underworld make a return.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Shield of the Underworld was so good on Hades, because you just pop that shit and ult, and then you just go like, you can't do anything to me.
Yeah, you can't touch me. And you can run. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah. I miss the days where Hades ulti was actually really useful because not a lot of people had escapes.
Yeah, like people wouldn't run beads because it wasn't worth it because you didn't get the CDR.
Oh, man.
Yeah, people would run sprint instead, right?
Yes.
That's what's called sprint.
Yeah.
People would run
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I run
Man.
it so infrequently that I don't even know what the name is.
Man, fucking Beats. When they got that nerf, I was so upset because I was playing Herc, and I'm used to the Herc thing where you pull in somebody, and if your ult is off cooldown by 3 seconds, you pop Beats, and then you do it. And I just pop Beats, and I started slamming on my ulti. And I go like, what's happening? It took me like 2 days to get used to that. I was so distraught.
All
Yo.
man.
Do you have you heard of the? I think his name is Grey Fencer.
Great
Is it?
Fencer.
No, hang on. There's this one guy. No, wait. It's not Grey Fencer. Either way. There's this one guy who was active on Reddit as well, who basically only plays Fenrir. His name was something with I actually.
Okay.
And this guy, what he would do is jump on you with a stun,
Yes.
I think, and then into brutalize,
Stare
and then ult you for extra damage, then beats, and then do the stun and brutalize rotation again. Like,
That's awesome.
Oh, but
just
that's
eliminate you.
yeah, but
That
you
is
know what? I think that's pretty cool because then that
Yeah.
gives you like a high risk, high reward kind of thing almost.
Yeah.
Because if you're using your beads to do extra damage, which I used to do with Herc, you know,
Yeah, same here.
I think well you're kind of limiting yourself in one way. Like okay, like now if they decide to CC you while you're trying to do damage, you're fucked. You can't do anything. You're dead.
Yeah.
But if you just catch one dude unaware in the jungle that you just uses escape and you just go, you're fucked, mate, and you just freaking pop everything on him and it's funny. It's fun. That's what the game's about, man. Just blowing somebody up and having a good time.
Yes.
You're a god. You need to be able to feel like a god. Especially
Yeah.
Fenrir, you know? Fenrir's... He kills gods.
Yeah, he still hasn't come out yet.
Fenrir? Yeah, I know. We're still waiting for him to come out.
So, one of the things that I found really interesting is that you brutalize disengages whenever somebody jumps or something. And I found the funniest thing is that you can follow a Neath under it, still dealing damage, as she backflips away from you. I don't know if this is a bug, but it's the funniest thing to see Fenrir go, rah, 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 and then just, when Neath lands, he just goes, rah, and he goes like, no escape.
I think I can explain that actually. What it could be is Neath backflip being one of the abilities. You see, like if I released a slow motion video quite a while ago, and for that I had to obviously slow all the abilities down. And when Neath does a backflip, in the animation she actually goes like down. She does a squat first, and then does the backflip. So compared to, for example, a Kali leap or something, it takes ages for her to actually get off the ground into the air. And as long as she's still considered on the ground, you can obviously still brutalize her or attack her with anything. For example, she's really easy to interrupt with Willis Feather Step as well, because you can still Feather Step her like long into the air and she will get pulled down again. So that's probably what happens with Fenrir as well, that she stays in air for like 2 more hits of the brutalize on the ground before she's actually considered in air. Which is stupid, but well.
Yeah, but like, most of the time it just disengages. Like Fenrir just kind of looks dumb, just kind of they're gone. But like with her, he follows her. That's the thing that's weird.
No, it could be because Smite doesn't have like a legitimate Z axis for you to look straight up and down with, or like aim in a particular direction up and down. In comparison, I'm not counting Thor's like midair thing or Apollo's ulti or Wukong's ulti.
I think they're all the same
You're
height.
supposed to be invulnerable when you go up into that Z axis. It may be a bug that Neath's character is still technically on the same plane as the other characters for that Z axis, but I think that's what actually does is that there's no existing Z axis if you're not using an ability that makes you invulnerable on that axis.
You know, and I think that'd be really cool. Like if Smite actually developed on that and made it so that, you know, how cool would it be if you're Rama, you fly up in the air, and then Neath's in midair in the middle of her jump, and you just snipe her ass.
That would be
cool would that
So fucking badass.
Yeah, it would be cool but that would only be possible, I think, if they fix their. You know what? That's something we gotta test. We gotta Smite Mythbusters this shit. See if it actually.
I was actually considering that.
access myths.
Yeah, all Z access myths. Just bust them.
Yeah.
See what cool shit you can do.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, that'd be cool because I mean, there's other games out there that are like really taking advantage of that aspect and making it super cool, like Paragon.
Yeah.
Like I think that game is doing such a good job right now. Like seriously.
Well, for being in early access, it's freaking beautiful for starters.
Yeah, it's a really hot game. It looks cute. I haven't actually played it myself. I've just watched, you and Mark play it, and it looks fun as hell.
It is.
I'd be down to play the hell out of that game. And I wish that Smite would look at that and be like, yo, that game has pretty good ideas, And like, it's not even that it has good ideas. Like these ideas have been around since Han. Have any of you guys ever played Heroes of Newerth or Dota?
Oh hell yeah!
Yep,
I played Heroes of Newerth with you.
So they use terrain to their advantage in that game. Like if you're attacking from the high ground, you'll always hit. But if you're attacking up, So you have a chance of missing your opponents and stuff like that. And then it's also the fog of war comes into play there. I mean, that's not really a big issue in Smite or in Paragons and stuff like that. But being able to hit people. So if in Paragons, if you're fighting up, if you're attacking somebody up that's above you, it's harder to hit them. And if you're attacking down, it's far easier. Okay, if that makes sense. And also, you can jump up and away, and you can still get hit in midair. Like, you know, with that character, I don't know, the Murdoch that you use. You can, if a dude jumps up with the double jumps with that ninja bro, like, I don't even know what his name is, you can snipe that fucker out of midair, and I think that's cool as shit.
Yeah, but you have to be a master predictor of that. Like, the thing is, between Paragon and Smite, and DukeSloth will agree with me on this one, if you're going to add a Z-plane on Smite, it will literally turn it into a completely different game.
Yes. I mean, the whole deal about it is that you probably need terrain as well for it to make sense.
Yeah.
And the moment you do that, you change the game. You completely change the game.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe this is actually a missed opportunity for hi-rez when they start the game, like just not implementing any kind of terrain levels. But if they did it now,
it'd just be a new game.
I don't think it would be a good idea at this point. Like, it would be such a huge transition in basically every regard of the game that I imagine it would actually scare more people off than it would be beneficial.
Yeah,
you're right. It's kind of complex, man. Like some of the reasons why people play Smite over other games like Dota and stuff like that is because of the less there's less complexity.
I would call it unidimensional.
Yeah, I mean, well, kind of. There's a lot of dimensions to Smite. It's still kind of complicated if you play certain characters, but in the end, it's much easier to pick up a character like Herc or Emir than it is to pick up a character like, I don't even freaking know, that one guy from Dota that can do a billion different spells. What's his name?
Oh, Invoker.
Invoker.
Let's not get into Invoker.
Let's not even get into that. But, like, Invoker takes, like, a lifetime to learn how to play. Yeah, and you could just go into, I mean, even any character. You could play Juggernaut, who's actually kind of easy, and it'd still be kind of difficult because people can counter the fuck out of you.
Yeah, but it's still hard to counter him. That's an interesting one. Do you know who Invoker is, Duke?
I know. I haven't actively played Dota in years, but I know who he is. I've read about his abilities, yes.
So here's a fun little thing I'm going to toss at you. What do you think would happen if they took a character like Invoker and threw that style of play into Smite? Do you think they could even make a hero or a god that has Invoker's type of mastery plays, the expertise level? Like, the skill cap of Invoker is endless.
Like, I think for the retards like me, what the fuck does Invoker do?
No, okay, so Invoker, basically, Invoker has 3 different passives that he can have at...
Fuck that, I'm done. No, stop it.
Wait, it gets more complex.
Let me keep going. He has 3 different passives that he can have, but you have to level each passive separately, and you can have up to 3 ranks of that passive, and mix the 3 passives together.
Okay.
And that just matters on his auto attacks, health, and like regen. He has 18 spells. 18 spells, dude.
No, like, I already get lost when there's like 3 spells in a passive, you know?
Just
level up.
When you go off tier mode on this shit and you get 6 spells, it's like, oh, I have so much to manage.
No, that's what I'm saying. The game is so complex that, like, I don't think they can make I mean, they probably can make a character like that in Smite, but why?
At this point, all I'm imagining is when Mark was playing WoW and he had like the 4 million toolbars of spells.
Oh my god!
And I'm imagining that in Dota, just like 4 million bars, all of them on cooldown, and Mark going. Fuck that, dude.
Well, no, I'm actually interested, dude. Do you think they could even make a character like that in Smite?
I would say yes. Basically, what you can see with Smite characters is that there's a certain development of the characters. Like, say you have the very basic characters like Ymir, Neith, Herc, low-key kind of ish in a way. So like that are very easy to pick up, very like easy to grasp, understandable. And then you gradually go up to a certain level. Like, say you don't have that many people playing Ullr just because he's mechanically challenging and has more skills that you need to play him, like to use to play him well. I can't play Ullr for shit. And you have characters that just need more, like that intertwine more with other characters, kids like Willish. Or if you check out the new god Jing Wei, she has, like, her kit is bloated as hell, but everything just kind of works together, more complex than other characters used to. Or Raijin. Raijin is also more complex than the gods we had before. He's also broken, but many people don't realize it yet because he's so much harder to play than the characters before him. And I think I think theoretically, I don't know if hi-rez wants to do that because a character like that probably wouldn't sell as well. But theoretically, you could go even further up in terms of complexity and how hard a character is to play mechanically and just from the abilities alone. And you'll just have less people playing him, but there will still be people that are interested in, you know, reaching the highest level you can get with that character and just be the master at him and just have the highest expertise or finding out new paths for a character that is really complex. Like, I would freaking love to have a character like that where you could just like try over and over to make it work better than anyone has ever before, whereas most other characters are limited at some point where you just, you know you can't get much better anymore, or like from judging from your mechanical skill, you know how the character works and you never relearn anymore. Like, for example, for me, that's a Willish. I know what a Willish does. I know every ability. I know how to use them in rotation. There is nothing more to the characters that I don't know. And if there was a character that's so complex that I couldn't learn that would keep me like at the game for like half a year alone, I think.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree. The thing I find that there are gods in Smite that do have more than 4 spells, right? So this would be the stance changers like Hell, Tyr, and Uller. Uller being very complex compared to the other 2. But these characters, they have this complexity. Now, if you added a 3rd transformation, this would now be 9 spells. And if you wanted to get up to 18, well, you can get 6 transformations. But this is just fucking stupid. If you want to get from like A to B, you have to cycle through C, D, E, and F.
Yeah.
And this would be just counterproductive.
That's actually like that's the difficult thing about Invoker. His Q, W, and E are his passives, and they're what control which spell you're gonna have next. Like, not only do you have to control the passives, then you have to know what combination of the passives you need to invoke your next spell. That's where his name comes from. But I mean, that character is so off the board complex. Like, even people who master him, they'll say, oh, it's kind of easy because there's only certain combos that are effective. That is some BS. I have seen some invokers not go freaking push meteor bullcrap and use other combinations of spells and just destroy an entire team almost by themselves. And if you throw in an item, which I don't think Smite has an item that refreshes your cooldowns, right?
Kind of, like...
Yeah.
It does now.
No. I'm talking like
totally.
a complete refresh of everything on your board.
That would be so broken in Smite, though.
There's one for 8 seconds, which is the Spear of Desolation, I think.
Yeah, but imagine Ares with that. Like a Resurrection Stone is what you're saying? Like a Refresher Stone that just refreshes your ultimate.
Like it refreshes everything.
But imagine Ares with that. You know, like
no.
he gets a really good blink, everybody, beads, and then he does it again.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. In Dota, it refreshes your items too.
Yeah.
Which is just except itself, obviously.
If that was the case, then everybody would have to have it too.
Well, not necessarily, because other people like 80 carries wouldn't need it because their job is to just get in and destroy people. Like somebody like Mercury's supposed to, well, back in the day when I played him, was supposed to get in and kind of focus out normal people, but he could get in and kill everybody within 7 seconds.
Okay.
Because he just hit that hard and that fast. He didn't need all the rest of his spells.
All right, but to get back to what we were talking about here, so what you guys are saying is that there's people out there that they're just like, okay, these characters are too easy. I'm going to pick up a character that's hard just for the fuck of it, just to learn how to play this super difficult character.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just going to become the best I possibly can get in this character, even if the reward isn't even that high. Like, now I'll just be able to play just like everybody else, but with this complicated-ass character.
If you know how to play with a complicated-ass character, you can pretty much play every other character in the game, then looks pretty easy.
I don't know, man. There's some kind of mentality change. Like, there are some people who are really good with easy characters and really good with hard characters and not the opposite. Like, I don't know. Would you consider Freya to be an easy character?
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's pretty easy.
Great. My average KD with Freya is probably in the 1,000th of, like, a decimal. Like, I cannot Freya for the life of me. The other day I went 4-1. Actually, earlier today I went 4-1, and I was like, I can do this. It was a miracle. But it's a matter of mentality, right? Like, if you see a good Uller, and those are very rare. If you see a good Uller, those are scary as fuck.
Yeah, they have that combo.
It's not just a combo. Even if you're getting away, that 3 has so much range, and if you're so good at Uller that you know this range, you can just, like, last hit somebody and walk away from a mile away. You're just, like, all the way in your base. The other person is, like, in 3 game modes ahead of you. You're in Conquest, the other guy's in Assault, and you kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would you guys agree? Would you guys agree that characters that have such a high skill cap, like let's say Uller, let's put Uller in there. Do you think that they should be inherently stronger than the other ones once you've reached that skill cap? Like once you learn how to play him super well the way that he's intended to be played, should he be better than all the other characters?
I don't think so.
I would say slightly.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would agree with Dukes. I think it should be slightly, but you need to have legitimate counters for the character. That's the problem. You can't make a character too skill cappy that you can no longer counter them. I think that's where the balance really needs to go away.
So like if any of you guys have ever played League of Legends, Aurelia, basically.
You can counter.
I don't remember.
She was
It's not hard to counter, but you can.
Yeah, but she's one of those characters that she's like god tier. And she has been for years. She's like, I don't know if we have one of those in Smite. Is there a god tier in Smite? Bellona, right?
Bellona can be countered.
Is Bellona still stupid? She's still stupid, right?
She's always stupid.
She's okay.
She's a good, yeah.
People have been playing her.
I
Yeah,
mean, Duke would probably know better than anybody what's god tier right now, if that exists.
Right now, Kali probably.
Really?
But
That's actually stupid true. I got destroyed pretty much single-handedly by Akali the other day. Like, her lifesteal combined with her passive is obscene at late game. It is so hard to shut her down because I think her ulti makes her CC immune,
yeah.
and she can dish out retarded amounts of damage.
Yeah. I mean, she's all late game. That's the thing. That's why she's kind of balanced compared to like, I wouldn't necessarily take Aurelia as an example, but compared to more broken characters because you have to get to late game. Whereas when Aurelia was strong, she was strong throughout the whole game. She had that early self heal, jump around on enemies, stun them if she gets low, heal up even more, whatever. Though to be honest, I think. Coming back to Aurelia for a second, I think she was overrated for quite a while. I played Aurelia a lot when I was playing League, and there was a phase, I don't know, it must have been, which season did she come out? Season 2 or so?
I think she came out too, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I think it must have been like around late season 2, early season 3, where the better nerfed Aurelia meme came up. Because she basically got nerfed every patch, and at some point, she was not OP anymore. She was actually pretty balanced and not even the greatest top laner or anything. And she just kept getting nerfs until she wasn't, like, playable for a while anymore.
Yeah. Which pisses me off when games do that.
Yes.
I hate it when
like Nerf a Tusker? Like Nerf a Tusker?
Yeah, Nerf a Tusker. Poor guy, man. Like,
I think the great...
Like you say in your video, he was overtuned, like, big time. When he first came out, he was broken as hell. And they nerfed him a little bit, and then he was still pretty strong. He was still over the top. But then they went... All right, now you're useless. You're bad.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna do anything now. You're just gonna be there. You're literally gonna be a squirrel. Like, you're just there. Distraction.
Bro,
To go-
and feed them acorns. See if they eat them.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go back to like the previous issue about like whether a character who's very complex should be more powerful than the rest. And I find that a lot of people claim that certain characters are good or bad because they are good or bad with certain characters. Like, I don't know. Like, for example, I have a friend who says Amusin Cab is very good. I personally think Amusin Cab is terrible because he has no escapes.
Talking about Snort?
No, not Snort. Tony.
Okay.
So, well, Snort is an amazing Amusin Cab, by the way. But,
yeah, but Snort plays everything amazingly, somehow. I don't even know.
That's true. That's true. But, like, so I find that, like, my friend, for example, is like, you know, like, he got killed a lot, and I go, like, you say Amusin Cab's great, but you know what would have helped? If you had a 3, like, Zablons. Because then you would have been able to get away from everybody coming at you. You know what I mean? So, like, there's, like, these things, like, Amusin Cab takes some skill, and he has high damage. He's definitely stronger. But I think the reward from having a character that's complex is the character itself. When you know how to play a character that's complex, well, everybody assumes that you don't know how to play the character because he's complex. And so you already have an advantage.
Okay.
I see.
Here's another way that you could look at that. A character as complex as something like Invoker is good because there's so many different playstyles against him that the true advantage of playing Invoker, if you're really good at it, is that the enemy team may... well, most likely the enemy team may not know exactly how to play against you properly anyways. But if they did know how to play against you, they would first need to figure out what type of playstyle you're going to play in that game. And in the middle of it, with just an item change or two, you can change that playstyle in the middle of the game. and they have to readjust to it.
I think that's actually one of the advantages that Snort and I really do. We tend to play characters like, of course, you know, Brek and Emir, and I play Kumba, and we play the mage-like, and people expect Kumba and Brek and Emir to hit for pillows, but in the end we do like most of their health in one combo. And then people have to readjust, and later in the game we have more health, and now we're tanky, and now we also deal a lot of damage. And this can also happen in hi-rez. This is actually one thing that I really don't find very nice about hi-rez, that there's not a lot of like leeway in which role you can play. Like you can see Athena in jungle when Athena's meant to be a support, and this works. But there are not, I don't find that a lot of characters can do this kind of switch between roles. And I wish that that would happen.
Yeah, I'm not going to play Smite until I can Ares jungle effectively. I want to be able to run Mystical Mail, get my 3, max that shit out, and just go in the jungle with Ares and not come out until like I have all my gear.
I would actually beg to differ here, because lately I've been trying to play ranked a little bit, trying to grind up a little bit, and I figured that I main jungle. Jungle is not the greatest role at the moment, and I figured that if I want to play with people that are, well, mechanically better than me at least, I should play something that supports them in a way. So I'm playing with 2 people that are definitely mechanically better, and they play like mid ADC. So I figured, why not take more tanky characters into the jungle so I can be frontline, but I can still play jungle. And I've played Vamana jungle, I've played Amaterasu jungle, I've played Raven jungle, which is not too uncommon, but I've played quite a few warriors in jungle to decent success. I've played Hou-Yi jungle for a fair bit now. I have a feeling that it's not so much the characters or the design of the characters that defines where they are, but it's actually a lot about the meta saying this character should be played here, and people not daring to stray from that. They're just like, okay, I'm gonna get BM'd if I do something else, and it's not gonna work. And I get BM'd a lot for playing other characters, especially if stuff goes wrong. It's just like, oh yeah, but you played Hou-Yi jungle. And I'm just like, well, I still did better than you, but whatever. But in the end,
that's the best solution to that argument.
Yeah, obviously.
Keep talking.
But in the end, there are characters like, for example, let's say Chronos jungle. Chronos jungle would probably work pretty well. His 1 is decent damage. He can heal up with his 2. He has fast rotations with his 2. He can clear with the 3-1 combo for free if he uses the 2 before. I don't think his jungle would be bad, but no one would think of playing Chronos jungle.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps people in place so much. You can play Athena in pretty much every role except ADC if you want to. It's just that no one does it.
Mm-hmm. That's actually another thing that I've always disliked about MOBAs. And I'm not actually going to poke at Paragon for this, because Paragon, it's like completely up in the air what the meta is. There really isn't one. But most MOBAs have lane metas, and I hate that. I hate the fact that in League of Legends, you go duo bot, solo top, solo mid, jungler.
Oh, but you can do other shit too, though. People do it all the time.
No, they don't do it all the time.
There was a point in time in League where you could go all mid and win.
I mean, yeah, but okay. You can do that in any game, really, if you just catch them off guard. We've done it in Han. Here's a new one. But okay.
Let's not get into Han, because we were just stupid good at Han, and we could do whatever we wanted at Han.
Yeah, it was really funny. But HOTS, for example, Heroes of the Storm. It's a Blizzard game, right?
Yes.
This is the game where you see the meta breaking or the meta changing all the time. Like, it's never gonna be your traditional 2 bottom, 1 mid, 1 top jungle, especially since you really can't have a jungler in that game. Really.
Yeah, there's no jungler to speak of.
But even regardless, so it'd usually be like 2 top, 1 mid, 2 bottom, something, right?
Yes.
So you switch it up all the time. It depends, because like if you have a specialist going bottom and you don't have a specialist on your team, you have an assassin and somebody who can survive.
Or you could have 3 specialist spot, and now your team has a serious problem, because if most of the objectives are top and mid, and you have to deal with 3 specialist bot that are literally uncontested pushing your lanes because not even 2 people can touch that, it's a huge problem. I like HOTS for the meta change. Like HOTS, you can do a lot of crap.
But you can do that. You can do that in Smite too. It's just not as obvious, because in HOTS you have characters that are like, all right, this guy's a specialist. He's really good at pushing. But you can get characters and you can just build them that way. You get Golden Bow on a character that has really good lane clear, I guess, like as an AD carry, and boom, there you go. He's a pusher. Like Apollo, you can split push with Apollo. You can leave him. You can leave him in the AD carry lane, and your support, you can go somebody like Kepri or something like that. And that guy can just be ganking with the jungler all the time and just press mid.
Fuck Hello. I hate the guy so much, and I hate that he's getting buffs now. Like, thought that was a good idea.
Guys, I'm gonna have to just mention right now that your bird is annihilated.
Oh shit, my bird's talking. Fuck, my bird.
no.
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna go shut up my bird.
Sorry, 1 second. We have to shut the bird up. He's being obnoxious again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The average method of shutting the bird up includes choking it until it passes out, and then once it wakes up, it's fine.
The only problem is I'm pretty sure he likes that bird, and that would be well for the bird. In fact, give me 1 second. I'm gonna reset something. So because like at any point in time, my Logic Pro could be like, "Hey, I decided to stop working, and everything you just recorded is now lost." So I just stopped it and then started a new one, and I
know.
So that's a good idea.
Okay, so
I know that pain. I know that pain so much, dude.
I know.
I mean, we all know it. Even Duke, and yeah, we've been noticing that a lot in Twitter chat. Like anybody who uses Sony Vegas Pro, like constantly their shit's getting. That happens to me all the time too.
I don't use it, actually. I use Movie Studio.
Yeah.
I'm not in the pirate division anymore.
Of course, no, not at all.
And since I'm using that, which is basically the same thing. Like realistically, it's the same program with some features that you don't have that you will never need. I didn't have any problems anymore, surprisingly. So I'm good. I've had like one or two crashes, but everything was recovered afterwards.
You know, I've actually found that when you go from the pirate version, right, that none of us have ever done,
We are.
to the actual,
We should.
to the actual version, right? Because I have Mixcraft for my audio processing because I record, and when I had Mixcraft like the you know, Yoho, I used to it used to crash on me all the time. Like halfway through recording, it would start like the audio would start sounding like it was 8-bit for a second, and then it would just gone.
I know, it's not like it was because it was pirated. It was the Yoho version, so I mean that's perfectly legit. There's no problem with that.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that to happen. What's wrong with this? Like
I don't know. So I upgraded to the real version.
That's legit.
I upgraded to the real version, and I got like the Mixcraft 7 Pro, whatever, with like a bunch of shit that I love, and it just never crashes on me. It never has.
Clearly, you just got to stop using a Yoho version.
I did.
Just download the Yoho versions from now on. Like just. I mean, if you're gonna pirate, that's one thing. I mean, supposedly that stuff should work just like normal, but the Yoho version, we just gotta stop making it.
But anyways, all right, let's go back to what we were talking about. We were talking about breaking metas, basically, right?
Yes.
Like
I absolutely love breaking metas. Like I don't know if it's meta now or if it's even considered, but the times that I've done Kumba solo lane, it has been amazing.
Oh, it's meta. It's definitely meta.
Is it? Oh, that's a shame. I thought I was doing.
It's Loki counter meta #1.
Okay, you know what? I actually just I've not liked this to begin with. The shop in Smite. Why can't I buy a physical item on a mage? What if I want to go
because of Emir.
Super attack damage and attack speed crit Poseidon?
Because of fucking Emir, dude.
No.
Yeah.
no,
Emir gotta
because
do
of
this.
Emir. Yeah, he's right. Let him talk.
Yes,
It's
basically.
because of Emir. Frostbite plus crit equals 600 crit damage at level 3.
That's pretty fucking dumb. That's a one-shot.
Okay, but you can do all sorts of breaking stuff with that if they just gave you all the shop items.
Yeah, but then they'd have to nerf Ymir in order for that to make sense. And then nerf a few other characters, too.
Yeah, and I don't want that. Like Freya. Imagine Freya, whose auto attacks late game hit for 500. Imagine them critting.
Please,
But then
no.
again, you would lose a lot of that damage because Freya's things are magic damage.
No, but imagine if they crit. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Like for example, imagine Kabrakan.
Infinity's
We've all seen the power of Kabrakan's one. Crit on that.
Okay. That's not. Let's just leave that alone.
Yeah, pretty much. They've made this a part of the game now. It's now you're either magic or physical. There's no in between now. You can't do it like LOL anymore. It's no. You're just that's it, and that's part of the game, and they made it work. They made it work.
What's actually funny is Paragon actually went the same way with that.
They did?
You cannot like the items that I guess an energy damage player, because in Paragon they have physical damage and then energy damage, and you can get one or the other.
Yeah.
Like literally, even when you're building your deck, you cannot choose on a physical character energy items.
So actually, Duke, have you got a chance to see Paragons yet?
Yes, I haven't played it, but I've watched quite a few videos on it. Basically, a first look, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, because like,
what's your initial outlook on it? Like, does it look like something you want to play, or what do you, from what you've seen, what do you like and dislike about it, or what looks cool?
Right, I've actually written some things down as well. Hang on.
Let me get my
Get your glasses.
my notepad.
Guys, this is not scripted at all.
this is getting serious.
No,
This is
so
not
basically, the first thing you obviously notice when you get in the game are the graphics. It's just much better, new engine. It's like, was it Unreal 4 or something? Just looks amazing, feels amazing, and I think the fact that the designers had, or like the developers developed Gears of War before that, kind of plays into that as well. They kind of have that.
It's disgusting.
Background. And I like the way, especially abilities look. There's this one support-ish character that can basically ult across the map to another character, like just fly over and just spin over, so to speak. Which is basically the same as Athena's ult in Smite, only that it looks 10 times better because you fly across the map. And it's just much better animated and stuff. So that's obviously the first impression. I didn't like watching the laning phase because it looks extremely dull to me. It looks a lot slower than Smite, and Smite is already slow to me. It's just, I don't know, you spend so much time attacking minions where I would rather be fighting.
Okay.
But that's because I'm a jungle main, I suppose. And I feel like the whole game in itself, I mean, it takes some parts from Smite, right? And for example, what I remember is I think that you have to have minions at the enemy structures to remove backdoor protections, just as it is in Smite, and some like tiny things. But as a whole, I think the whole game tackles a bit of a different audience. I mean, it's partially players coming from Gears of War, whereas you also have the different themes. You have this kind of like sci-fi-ish style to it, whereas Smite is, mythological.
Yes.
And I will definitely play it. I think I'll actually, get the beta access $20 version soon. I'm not sure how long it's gonna keep me. And I think it's a little more that what I'm generally fed up with at the moment in Smite is the matchmaking, and I just want to branch out to other games because of that at this point.
Okay. I will say this from personal experience. I thought I'm kind of in agreement with you for the laning phase being kind of dull until literally the last game I played. The last game I played, I saw something I have never seen before, and I have never been stomped so hard in my freaking life. So normally the meta right now is you take all 5 players, you go to both the jungle red buffs, and your entire team kills the jungle red buff. This enemy team decided, screw our jungle red buff, we're going to go for your jungle red buff. So they met us at there, and they got 3 kills or something like that. I thought it was over. They were probably going to take the red buff there and leave. No. They kept fighting. They got like upwards of 12 kills and only 2 deaths, but it didn't stop there. They didn't even actually go to lane. They kept running around and killing everyone. Because in Paragon right now, the lanes are very long in comparison to where the towers are. So you have a lot of distance if the guy gets overextended at all to kill someone. Especially since not a lot of characters have escapes right now, except for like 1. But because of their strategy for going straight for kills, in this game it is extremely effective because getting 1 kill on a champion that hasn't been being killed for a while will drop like 2 minions wave worths of last hits, which is enormous in that game. They got such a powerhouse level lead that they could go around and pretty much dominate the entire map, which is a meta in itself.
Yeah, but that can happen in any game. Imagine no. Hear me out.
Okay, fine.
Like in League, for instance. Yeah. No, even in Smite. Whenever we play Siege, a lot of the times what we like to do is we like to meet the enemy at their blue buff or whatever buff we think they're going to get at the time, like the speed buff, right?
Yes.
Do they still have the speed buff, the purple one, attack speed one?
I don't.
They still have that one?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, we'd meet them there, or even at the red buff, wherever they were, and we'd kill them. We'd kill them all, and we'd take all their buffs, right?
We would try.
And then at the and most of the time we'd succeed. And at the very beginning of the game, we'd already have a huge lead on them, and then we just gank them. We don't even lane. We lane a little bit, but most of the time it's just to keep up appearances, and then the other lane comes over and ganks. And we have just one guy going between lanes all the time. And that's how we'd stop people. right? Because we play characters that don't do well late game, so we need to make sure that we beat them early on. So like that makes sense, right? And I mean, in that game, a lot of characters are under-tuned. It's not balanced very well yet. Like, there's some characters that are dumb, like Howitzer. Like, what the hell do you do with him? Like, he's actually kind of useful for clearing lanes and stuff like that. But like in a team fight,
he actually
kind of like,
he's a kind of ability type champion. Even though he doesn't look like he should be auto attack, he's a major. His ulti can pretty much change the entire course of a team fight.
Yeah.
More than any other characters. But like Paragon is still in early access, and there is a lot of work they need to do.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of strats that are
what
effective.
I really wanted to bring up was the crux of the matter is that Smite games, for the most part, end earlier. They're kind of like HOTS. I mean, HOTS is like a huge example. Like you can finish a HOTS game easily, on average, like in 18 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, Smite is sort of like that. I mean, Conquest, not really. Conquest it's usually like, what, 30 minutes?
Let's leave Conquest out of this.
It's like 40 now, 40 to 50, I think, even.
40 to 50.
It's going up.
So there's still long games. There's still long games, and Paragon is long too. So like it makes sense. Like that's just how MOBAs are, man. Like remember Dota, Han, League, all those games last forever usually. If you have a good match going on, they can go to an hour.
Yeah.
Usually, you know?
Yeah, we've had assaults that lasted 50 minutes too.
Freaking assault for 50 minutes? I'd cut myself, man. Are you kidding me?
It's happened to me.
So boring.
It happened to me a couple times. It's because like that neither team has pushing potential. By the time they get to like either Phoenix, the other team is already up. So it's just team fighting until one of them just loses at the wrong point. But fuck, we do that. We do that a lot. We end up ganking a lot because because we're coordinated. I think that's part of it, right? We're coordinated in the sense like, hey, we're missing here. We're gonna go gank right lane. They're not gonna see it coming because who buys wards? Wards don't win games. Sarcasm. And so you end up with like a
You're the ward.
First of all, you end up with a team that is composed of fucking nasty ass fucks. Like you have Bacchus, Kumbhakarna, Hercules, and Hades, or whatever else, right? We have
tanks.
We have a really nasty ass team that has CC up the ass. So the moment that somebody's getting caught off guard, they are literally fucked. They will get annihilated because that's just, Kumba blinks in, sleep, knock up, then Emir freezes as soon as they land. If they're not dead, then her gold. It's a ball of CC that they just can't stop. And it happens once, and since you have low cooldowns, because Kumba's ult should be on a 30 millisecond cooldown, go back to the other lane, do it all over again.
See, but that's our thing. Our tactic only works early mid game. Like once we get to late game, if the other team has had a chance to farm a little bit and they have like a legitimate comp, we're screwed because at that point they have their what do you call them now? The trinkets, right? They have their trinkets. They have beads. They have whatever it is that they need in order to get out of our shit. They have gear to survive. They can survive our stuff now. Our characters don't scale well late game.
You don't play as often as Richard and I do.
No, I mean I know, but like. I understand. I think I understand the concept.
No, you do. You definitely do. But Richard and I have evolved. because there was a Chronos. I was playing with a friend of ours, Dang Shark, and he was like, Chronos is beating my asshole in, and I'm just like, this Chronos, he went from 100 to 0 in like 2 seconds when I was playing Kumba. And then I look at him, it's like, man, Kronos is giving you that bad time. I just put him away for a little while. It's okay, baby.
Yeah, but Kronos is squishy, man. You can blow that guy up easy.
Oh, not that Kronos. That Kronos was actually building, really tanky. It was one of those things that if he caught me off guard, he would have annihilated me.
Was he doing the dirty bubble?
What?
Oh,
the dirty bubble? Is that still viable?
That's a new dirty bubble, but it's not as good as it used to be.
Yeah. Magi's Blessing?
No, not that.
Building mage is like a tank. It's like the opposite of
the dirty bubble. No, well, I mean, kind of. He was building Sash of the Warlock, which is the one that gives him health. So, his,
sounds sophisticated.
Yeah, his health.
Of the Warlock.
His health bar was, thick as fuck. So, it was one of those things that I had to, kind of, weigh him down a little bit and then go in at the right time. It was one of those things that is just, and this was super late game. We lost that game obviously because none of us had pushing potential. But at least we got almost 3 times as many kills as they did.
All right, so I want to go back to Paragon for a second because we were talking about this and we were hitting some good points that Duke was bringing up. The game is visually appealing. right? It's really pretty.
Except for their jungle camps.
Yeah, but that's alpha, bro. Like,
I know.
it's a very pretty game.
For those of you who don't know, their jungle camps are still like polygonal figures, and literally
They're literally just giant creeps. That's all it is. Yeah.
How do you not think that's pretty, man? That's just art.
It's beautiful.
they should just never change it. That's how it should be forever.
Yeah. But anyways, I think the game is very serious though. You know, it's more serious because it's not that Smite's not serious. It's not serious. It's like hi-rez messes around a lot, which I like. I think it's really fun. You know. So
Yeah.
Paragon is more of like, you know, the try-hardy kind of sense. Like if you want to have fun, I actually kind of like that. Because I like the whole community of Smite. Like back when it first started, everybody that was there was like, they were just there to have a good time and just to have fun. And like now there's a lot of people that came from other games, other MOBAs. And
Like me?
yeah. No, I mean, like, I came from other MOBAs too. It's not like I didn't. But, like,
Oh, I know.
a lot of people that have, like, that really try-hard attitude, which I'm not against. But, like, you know, if you're not willing to have a good time every once in a while and try something new and just have a good time. Because a lot of people like to stick to the meta so hard that it's like, if I do something different, I get BM'd. And it's like, bro, I can't do anything, you know? It's like, I can't make you happy.
I know.
And, you know, I like being able to try new stuff. Like, guys, let's just, like, if their jungler is just being a huge pain in the ass, it'll be like, guys, let's just all go into the jungle and gank them together, because it'd be funny. And we just, even if we know we're going to lose the game, we just all go together and just make that jungler's life hell.
Yes.
Just because it's fun. Even if we lose. It's just for fun. And that's how it used to kind of be a lot of the games that I do. We could get a lot of people together and do that. Now, not so much anymore, which I'm okay with, because now it's like more technical and stuff like that, but I like the fun aspect of it. And I'm thinking that Paragon, since it's kind of like, it's a third person, people from Smite they'll want to go play that game.
They'll want to try it. It's
Yeah.
hey, the tryhard's kind of Smite.
Yeah.
Is Paragon.
Yeah. No, but like it seems that it's gonna draw in those serious players.
Yeah.
Serious gamers, the ones who like they want a serious game.
Especially with an added Z-axis. Like a hard Z-axis. You can literally shoot 360 degrees in this game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Ridiculous.
The axis is so hard.
Dude, I haven't played it. It is actually really difficult. Like, you know, there's a technique for staying behind a hill, jumping, and in midair jumping, taking an auto attack shot at somebody. And they can't hit you unless they time it perfectly themselves.
That sounds like you're going from MOBA to third person shooter now, basically.
Yeah.
You know,
It kind of is. It kind of is a third person shooter.
well, except for there's melee and all that stuff.
Yeah, I know,
in
but
some
then
characters,
that's kind of like Overwatch then. Basically, except it's a MOBA. You have towers and shit like that, or like not even Overwatch. Let's say it's like Jesus, this bird. All right, let's say it's like it's freaking.
It's not Jesus, this bird.
It's Rocky. No, but it's like what's that other thing? Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress is first person.
Is
yeah,
it?
Team Fortress.
Oh yeah, my bad. Whatever.
No, is it?
First, it's Gears of War.
Clearly doesn't play Team Fortress.
Yeah, I don't really play any of those games that much. Not even Overwatch.
I like TF2, man.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Let me shut up, bird. Oh, give me a second.
But what he's going, it's basically like a third-person shooter, but everybody's got a decent amount of health.
And abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice idea. I kind of like it. I would probably play it if I wasn't broke.
$20.
What?
Bro, you ain't gay, but $20 is $20.
Are you fucking dude? Let me tell you what $20 gets me. Like almost a week's of food.
Wait. What are you guys talking about? Are you guys talking about price ranges now?
He's like, I would play Paragon, except I'm broke. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's $20, and you ain't gay, but $20 is $20.
That's not you just misapplied that meme so hard. You need to become a meme master like us.
I
man.
can't
What's
become a
wrong
meme
with
master. No,
I mean, look, man.
my gag.
Unlike you, I suck dick for fun, not to get paid. Sir. Please edit that out. Fuck that.
Staying in.
Stay.
Yeah, it's staying in.
No, but like I mean, I see what you mean. Like Paragons, you have to pay. I mean, Smite, you technically don't.
I mean, you could
don't
sign
have to pay,
up,
right?
and if you get invited, you get in early.
Yeah, like Mark. But Smite, you don't have to pay. But the thing about Smite is that if you don't get all the gods, then you feel really limited. I mean, but it's also good to like not have gods that you don't want. Like for instance, for me, I don't want Rama. I hate playing Rama.
Yeah, I do too.
But I have the god pack, so sometimes if I play Assault, I'm just gonna end up with Rama.
Yeah, that's my story. I got Freya twice in a row today.
Can't you get players you don't own though in Assault?
No.
Oh, that does kind of suck then. But that's like its only downside. In almost every other way, it's like great to have the God pack.
That's true. Yeah. But yeah, that's why you get it. You know, that's why it's worth $30. It's 30.
It is, and it's all gods like from there into the future. That's one of the things that really turned me off about like when I was playing League and Smite. Right on Smite, I paid $30 and I had the entire God pack. And then on League, you pay $30 and you get like 3 gods and like a lazy hand job. I was like, what the fuck is this, man?
Lazy hand.
I like that comparison.
You get like no characters. You get 3 of them, and it was just like, this is $30, dude. Come on.
I didn't get hand job. I don't know what, but I got this game like back in the day though. They probably didn't have that. I got like 1 character. That's it.
Oh, man, that's crazy. I don't know, man. I just didn't think it was worth it. I felt really bad. I used to play League with you. You remember that?
I remember those days.
I don't.
You used to scream at me a lot.
Yeah, I had a temper.
You had a temper.
I did.
No, it wasn't just that. I really suck at those top-down MOBAs. Like, I just can't grasp it. I don't know what the hell's going on. I might be retarded or something.
No, Duke wanted to say something, though. We kept on stopping him. Duke, what do you want to say?
I very much agree on the point that the fact that you have to buy every single character in League of Legends is just so annoying. Like, it's I used to play the game for a good 3 years, I think, and I didn't have all characters, not even remotely close to it. And I did at that point I hadn't even played all characters because some characters come into the weekly rotation so rarely that when they come in you might not have time to play and whatever. And like you don't learn how to counterplay those characters properly because you never play them actively. And it's just really weird if you feel like you should know all characters at that point, but you just don't because you can't buy them or you have to spend a ton of money on it. And League of Legends recently introduced Masteries, which is basically a straight-up copy from what Smite has, only that it gives you no benefit except for any special emote, I think.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what's the point of Masteries when, like, buying the God already shows that you have, like, a major interest in playing it? Sorry, it's not God, it's Champion there.
Yeah, that's okay, though. Yeah, we understand. There's so many different games. It's like Heroes of Newerth, fucking Heroes, the Champions, Gods.
Heroes of Newerth was fun when I was playing the Tree Dude. Fucking baseball, dude. I don't remember a lot of
Deadwood, yeah.
Oh,
Deadwood.
God.
Deadwood was so much fun. That was the only character I played.
But to stick on topic, though, he's right, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's right. It really does suck to have to, like, buy all the different characters. And I mean, like, okay, fine. The progression system is good, and that feeling of finally I've achieved this character is nice, too. But, man, like, I remember if I wanted to get a character when it first came out, 6,300 IP points, I think. It was ridiculous to get that amount. Like, it was you'd have to actually, in order to get it in a timely manner, unless I wanted no life, like just do nothing but play League for 3 days straight, I'd have to go and I'd have to actually purchase one of those things with Riot
IP
points.
boosters.
Yeah, IP booster, and that's the only way I can get a champion in like a timely fashion. Or I have to see, oh, this guy's coming out, maybe he's gonna be cool. I'm gonna save up to get him, and then be disappointed, like really disappointed when the character comes out and he's not as good as I wanted him to be.
Yeah.
Like Renekton. That was really sad. I mean, he was when he first came out, but he was not what I thought he would be.
And then you make, like, 3 Riot points per game, so you still have to save up, like...
You don't make Riot points, man. You make IP.
Oh, yeah, whatever, man. I don't remember.
On what DukeSloth said, like, they added the mastery system for, if you level it up, you get a special emote that says you're good at the character. I think, in comparison to that, if for a game that, like Smite and Heroes of the Storm... Once you get to a certain level of the character because you played them enough or you've won enough games or something like that, you can buy a master type skin. That is a true testament to like how much you like that character. And I think that is something that League of Legends severely lacks. Like you can just buy any skin for League of Legends except for the ones that are limited edition and you can't get them anymore. The closest thing they have to that is if you get gold in a season of ranked. In which case, if you're not very good or you're not as skilled as other people, you have to literally rip your hair out of your head to play enough games of rank that you struggle through ELO hell to get to gold.
Oh, man. ELO hell.
Yeah.
And then you get one skin, possibly for a champion you're not going to play.
I agree, though. Like, Heroes of the Storm has that down pat.
Yes.
You get to level 10, but then you have to actually purchase that skin, but that's fine.
But you purchase it with in-game credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't have to use your premium credit.
Yeah. But, conversely, they have some skins that are fucking expensive.
Yes.
Guys, for one of their skins, huh?
I got nothing to do today, so fuck it.
Look, I'm back. I'm back to bar 750 on my recording equipment.
Yeah, the only problem that I'm having right now is keeping my parrot quiet. Because I'll like what I have to do is I have to put this is how you shut up my parrot. Okay, you get a new appliance in the house that he hasn't seen yet, and you lean it against his cage. Then he seriously.
Toaster?
Can we please leave this in?
No, yeah, he freaks out for like a good 10, 15 minutes because he doesn't know what the fuck it is. He's like, is this thing gonna kill me? And then he just like stares at it. And then after he figures it out, he's just like, oh, it's just a broom, okay? And then
You just
no, yeah. So then he just kind of like, then he'll start doing his shit again. But as soon as he's annoying, I have to pick it up and put something else. That's why you use a new location. I have a location for next time. We just
Oh,
have
this looks like a broom that I've seen before, but it's weird because it has like dreadlocks at the bottom. What could it be?
not, he's got like I used a towel, a broom, a second broom, and a basket. That's what I've used for.
the next thing is gonna be a cable hanging over his cage.
Now the question is, what would happen if you put like a laundry basket over his cage?
Like on top of it?
Yeah.
Freaking out even more. That's the Z-axis going on there. We got
What's going on here?
It'll be so confusing and complex. He won't know what's going on. He'll be like, just staring at it. He'll just posture with his wings and shit. I feel bad for him, man. He's got a poor guy. Man. He plucks his.
Yo, but Rocky's a fighter, man. That guy, like somebody new comes in, he's just like, yeah, you want to fucking fight, man?
That's why I call him Rocky, bro. He's a boxer.
Dude, he's badass, dude.
Yeah, he's an asshole, dude. I love him, but he's
an
just a
asshole.
douche. He's starting to finally get over the fact that there's a broom leaning against his cage. Once in a while, a little.
Just move it a little bit. Both of
That's
them.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna move it like a quarter inch to the right, and then he's gonna freak out again because it's totally now it's a new object.
There he goes. There he goes again.
What is that? I gotta do it. Actually, give me a
Yeah,
second.
he's-
I gotta go do it. I'll be right back. You guys talk.
So, where the fuck did we end,
My
and
God,
how do we
that's
continue?
so fast.
Huh? What?
That deleted all that in like less than 2 seconds. Jesus.
Okay.
It was insane.
So where do we end? Where did we end, and where do we begin?
What were we talking about?
Shit. Give me a second. I can tell you.
God, I can smell you on the sofa, man.
Me?
It smells like.
Bro, I'm sure I left a great sweat stain on the
Yeah.
ass of this sofa.
You got excited. Were you talking about Borderlands?
That is terrible, dude.
Yeah, that's why you were so excited. Right?
I like Borderlands.
That is terrible. I thought you were talking about my burp. Also, I'm eating Schinkenwurst.
Schinkenwurst? What is that?
It's like ham.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just say ham then?
We were talking about the fucking bird.
Oh, we're talking about
We
the
were
bird?
putting stuff on the bird's cage.
Okay. All right. Is
Give me a
that?
second. Let me find out what we were doing before that, though.
No,
Yeah,
Matt,
that's,
we're gonna stop where the bird stuff was, anyways. We're gonna add that.
yeah, just put it at the end. Just cut. We can, if anything, if we don't find our place, you can just put like a technical difficulties and just continue.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. So
Hey, man.
let's just start.
As
off-
As a wise man once said, YOLO.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start it off. Don't worry. All right. Let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah, we need to sync.
we were talking about skins and being rewarded for playing a particular player a lot because you like that character
Okay.
and then you get rewarded type thing.
All right.
Are you sure that's what we were talking about?
Yeah.
Why don't we just go on to a new topic?
Now it's going down a
Let's talk about Scotty.
Huh?
Let's talk about Scotty.
Oh yeah, let's finish it off with Scotty. Why not? Ready? Are we ready to go? Recording.
Wait, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Are we? I don't know. Are you ready to go, Josh?
Is that going?
It's going.
It's going.
And
It's going, gone.
this is now going, so I think we're good.
All
All
right.
right.
OBS recording?
Yeah. It's
All right,
Okay.
guys.
We're-
3, 2, 1.
Oh shit.
one more.
Awesome.
All right. Do it.
One more time.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Fine. It's all right. I can sync it. Don't worry. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
so what we were talking about was the conversation was going down a dark path. We were just it's a downward spiral. Like all it is it's different games. They approach things different ways, and that's all it is. You know, like if Heroes of the Storm, you play a character a lot, you can get a master skin if you want to with in-game currency. all game.
In Smite, you can get the legendary and the diamond skin.
Exactly.
Like,
and then like, it just depends on the game. It doesn't matter really. Like
it's just that League doesn't have
cosmetic, man.
So
It's cosmetic. And it's cute.
That's the moral.
But it's like it's really at the end of the day, it's just nice. It's just something extra, you know. And League wants money, man. I don't blame them.
The fact that there are people that have spent more money on League than they have in WoW, and they started WoW in vanilla, is terrifying.
You know what else is terrifying?
My face.
The smell that you fucking left here.
Oh,
fucking. What I wanted to go into though is that like every game has their different cosmetic thing. Every game has like it's different in every way. And one thing that Smite has that's very different is that the different way that they approach how they make characters. For example, Scotty. I've never seen a character. Well, I mean, actually, it's very simple. Her ice skating mechanic.
That's
where
new.
she throws down that shit that people are skating in one direction.
That is new.
I
like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like Kabrakan's thing, though. When you think about it, it's when Kabrakan's smashing the ground and stuff like that, you lose your character.
No, I have to disagree. I have to cut you off right here because it's not like Kabrakan's Samus. Yeah. The problem with that ability is that it's interacting with all those abilities, and I've seen some shit now, and this is from today actually. So. I get, like, Scotty drops her ice below me. I don't know which character I was. Doesn't really matter. I slide in one direction. I get Athena taunted, so my character turns around. I slide in the other direction. I get Poseidon pulled, and I slide in the other direction again. I'm on this fucking ice field for, I don't know, what feels like an eternity, taking damage all the time, and not being in control of my character. That's something Kabrakan couldn't do. This is just fucking Scotty. And if you combine the two, if you put the ice there and have a Kabrakan around, you're done. You're dead.
You're done. I mean, what I meant was that the Kabrakan's ground pound kind of like set the stage for that ability. Because you have the Kabrakan ground pound, it's similar in some ways, and then Scotty's ice skating is just like an advanced version of that just sucks even more. Like it's just that's what I wanted to get to. But you're right. I think that the possibilities with Scotty's ice rink are just fucking awesome.
Have you tried this actually? I think what you can do, you can block off people basically in a circle. Like you drop down the ice and then you push them back onto the ice from all sides. You just group your team around them and push them back in.
On that thought, what if you took the ice thing and in the direction they were sliding, if you have a Ymir that's good enough, what if they put an ice wall in the middle of the ice puddle to where you couldn't get out? Like,
let me tell you what
position the ice wall to where they're infinitely sliding into the wall, but they never get off.
Wouldn't you just stop, or wouldn't you just bounce the other way?
Bounce the other way.
Yeah, you bounce the other way.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know if you collided with terrain, you bounce the other way.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened to me. I was playing Serket against a Scotty.
I hate you.
Yeah, so I love Serket. Fuck you.
I hate you
so
much.
So you know the Clash map that there's like this in between jungle between left and right lane, not the red buff, but the one on either side of the teams. I was following a Scotty, and she put her ice thing right in the entrance of it, and I collided with walls left and right. I literally could not get out of this shit. I was playing a pinball machine while the enemy team took shots at me. Yep. I got annihilated because
I got that one as well. I know that feel.
God, it was just so scary. I was just like, Sir Ken was just standing there and like, yeah, now what? I couldn't take it. It was terrible.
Yeah, but back to what Duke said, I feel like it's super possible. Just have a well-coordinated team, use the ice rink to just infinitely CC the dude, or have him just going around the ice rink until it stops, basically. But
with a Kabrakan with Gem of Icy Dicks.
Yeah, that would be even funnier, because then you're sliding in slow motion. Directions. You're doing the moonwalk.
Yeah.
Freaking great.
Yeah, two Kabrakans, 3 Scotties.
You know what's actually okay? So, Duke, from your experiences with playing Scotty so far, is Scotty at all like more towards the OP range of scales, or no?
Simply answered, Scotty is relatively balanced. Calder is broken as fuck.
Okay.
It's legit her pet. Her pet, for example, can dive you into the fountain and not die because it doesn't take damage from the fountain.
Yeah.
It can, basically the moment she ults you, and if you don't have an escape up, you're dead because you're gonna get rooted and that thing is gonna hit you forever and it's faster than you. It has more movement speed because it scales better with every item that she builds that has movement speed. And you're fucked. And it's like way too easy to call it back because it becomes damage immune like halfway on the way back, or even less, like just a split second in. So you can't just take it down when it aggresses on you, because she's just gonna pull it back if she plays well. And that's the problem. A bad Skadi player will die pretty easily because they get ganked a lot and they can't do anything about it. A good Skadi player will put you on the ice and send your dog after you and just walk away basically and kill you that way.
The one thing that I think would balance out Skadi really well is for people to allow lifesteal off of her dog. I mean, off of Calder, because as soon as you add lifesteal to Calder, she cannot just send the dog to attack an AD carry to get fucked.
Yeah.
Because that would be the best way. Since Calder right now does not give lifesteal back, you can just toss Calder, use an ult, and then the AD carry's dead if they don't have an escape, of course. But the moment that you add lifesteal, for example, I was tier and I used my my cleave on the defensive stance, and it didn't heal me.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem with I think that is itself an issue. That is an issue with the way that the game is done right now, because he should heal at least here.
Okay,
but lifesteal is a great way to balance that god out.
Okay, I'll give you that. But is Calder really that broken? Like, how many hits does it take to send him away?
5.
5 hits, right?
But the ultimate makes him invulnerable.
That's true. Okay.
And consider what that means, what that implies.
Yeah.
You can send out Calder on his 5 hit points, which he can easily heal up because, kill a minion and he's up like 2 points, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And this work, like, if it's a fast-hitting assassin, if it's Kali, she's not going to care too much. She's going to take him down. But a mage that has slow autos has to use abilities on him or accept the fact that you're going to take a lot of damage. And using abilities means you don't have these abilities available against Skadi anymore. And that's a problem because he basically can take 9 abilities and autos in total if she ults and he's immune in between. And that's
okay.
fucking lot.
All right, so the ultimate makes him invulnerable for the duration, right?
And heals him, yeah.
Yeah, but you've got so you can bring him back, right? But you've got the 5 hits, right? And let's say you have somebody like Scylla whose auto attack damage, our auto attack speed's not that great intrinsically. Would you say that it's worth it to go an attack speed item or an item that gives her just one item that gives her some attack speed so she can counter that? You think it's even worth it?
She should rely on her team because if you actually go for attack speed, you're gonna cut down your own build so much that you're not gonna be a threat to her anymore. And then she doesn't care if you kill the dog, but she's gonna kill you.
Ability-wise, she's still Calder still can be CC'd, which is great for somebody like Scylla. She can root the dog and then escape with her 3. So the dog is no longer that much of a threat.
Yeah.
You also have the dog can be CC'd, so if you have a Thor in the squad, you can just have a Thor wall, Emir wall, or any kind of stun, silence, anything, and just have the dog not be part of the action anymore.
So I haven't played against the Skadi yet, or as her actually even. Can you CC her dog? Is that even
Yes.
Yeah, you just.
Yes.
So if you're Ares, you can throw a leash on that bitch and just slow her down?
Yes.
I don't think
You
Ares
should be able
works
to.
actually.
Really? The chain?
I know that hard CC works, but I haven't tried Ares, but I have a feeling it doesn't work. At least
How good would that be? Because you could use that to increase because that's like 3 hits right there. If you hit them 1, 2, 3 times.
No, I think the deal with Ares chains is that they only work on players, right? They don't work on minions. And he counts as a minion in that regard. He is hit by stuns, like minions are hit by stuns, but I don't think he would be hit by the chains.
That would be funny though, because you could use it to increase your speed and get closer to Skadi.
Yeah?
But yeah, that would be cool.
But
If it
then
worked.
if that would relatively work, and Scotty saw that he hit him with a chain, she could just pull the dog back and make the dog invulnerable.
That's true.
Because when you
It's not immediate.
the dog becomes completely unhittable.
Yeah.
It's not immediate, I'll tell you that much. I've played Scotty okay, and it's not immediate. Like,
But it's pretty
takes,
quick.
Yeah, it takes maybe 1.5 seconds for her to recall him. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I would say it could be longer.
I think you need to balance. I think if you're going to balance Scotty, the best way to balance Scotty is to make it so that her ice ground affects any player except for herself, which means an enemy of herself too. That would be the best.
No. The best balance is the lifesteal in the dog.
It'd be funny if it affected everyone, including her. So like, imagine your teammates. You could just screw your teammates over with a really ill.
Oh, that's what I'm
position.
saying though. You can screw your teammates over anyways, but she like they literally showed her in the introduction video walking clearly over that.
Oh yeah, so they can't do that.
But like, she's the god of the ice. That's why it doesn't affect her.
So that makes sense. But like her team, that would be funny.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but by that logic, what about Emir?
What about Emir?
Emir's an ice giant.
That doesn't mean that he can walk over ice.
Yeah, but Emir's kind of.
He is ice.
Emir's dumb.
He slides on the ice as ice.
Right.
Okay, so if you put her ice ground and Ymir walks over it, then he disintegrates for that portion of it being alive.
That doesn't make sense. But okay, but like, have you ever tied blocks of ice to yourself and tried to ice skate?
Hell yeah, it's
You're practically frictionless, man. You're flying.
Don't talk to me about frictionless things.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Ymir, it makes sense too. Scotty kind of like roots herself in, so that makes sense. Emir's dumb.
Scotty needs the escape. Scotty needs it to move away.
Exactly.
I mean, it's garbage. It's terrible for Scotty to be on it because she has no advantage from it, except for like a slight movement speed. But like,
I mean,
it's
maybe
terrible.
If she's getting ganked, she could throw it on herself, and then the melee character has to decide whether or not he wants to continue moving on it, like chasing after her.
Yeah, but if you have somebody like her, fuck it.
Yeah, let's say Humbots jumps over the wall. You're mid with Scotty for some reason. He jumps over the wall, and he starts ganking you, and you're pretty close to your tower. So you throw the ice under yourself, like right in front of yourself, and you run through it towards the tower. Now, if Humbots runs through it, he's going to keep sliding through it until he's under the tower, basically. So he's got to decide, am I going to keep running, or am I just going to, like, disengage?
Abandon mission.
I mean, I don't know. It's a situational thing. With Hunbads, I would just... I mean, of course, it depends on the situation, because you can toss the monkey. You can always toss the monkey.
Exactly. You've got to toss me.
On a side note, somebody needs to make a parody of the song "Scotty Doesn't Know" with "Scotty Doesn't Know."
Oh God!
Oh my God! That's
there you go. You have her. That's her 5v5 video right there.
That color of me doing it in my bed.
Yeah,
it's wrong.
We just gotta gank Scotty all the time, and Scotty doesn't know, man.
Dude, all right, I'll do a cover of it.
Oh my God!
That's perfect. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So on that note, I think I'm gonna start working on the Scotty doesn't know shit.
Scotty
this actually sounds.
That color.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, you know what? We had to do. We were making a song cover before. We didn't finish though. We were doing the blank space cover.
Oh my God.
We didn't finish that.
What was that?
It's because I didn't want to finish
we did Blank Space by Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
No.
So we covered that song, but we changed all the lyrics, like so that it's Smite related, kind of talking about like people who BM and assault and shit like that, and people who don't like whenever you play assault, you have to jump in the middle and jump with everyone. You have to. You have to jump with the enemy team.
Except for when there's Naries.
Yeah.
You don't do when there's Naries.
Exactly. But there's always like some douchebag that starts attacking people there, and like we made a video about it, and then we made a song to go over it. There's basically blank space, but
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
We didn't get to it yet. We need to finish that video.
It's the 9th Thanatos game all over again.
Yeah, the 9th Thanatos. Oh my God, the 9th Thanatos game.
And one Raw. And
Yeah,
Raw
exactly,
decided
one
to be
Raw.
a douchebag.
Exactly.
No, he didn't. We were like, you guys need to kill this guy. He didn't choose friggin' Thanatos. Kill him. We will let you murder him.
Yeah.
They all blew up with ultis at level fucking 6 because you started with ulti, and they ulted him under the tower, and he got it.
Well deserved, I would say.
It was.
Yeah.
It was absolutely
Yeah.
well deserved.
Anyways, guys, I think we covered a lot of shit today. Like, even though it was just the first podcast, and we had our technical difficulties and stuff, but next time we're gonna have a new location. Things gonna be set up properly, and it won't be a problem. I hope next time.
Yeah, we're getting used to this format.
Huh?
We're getting used to the format.
Yeah, we're still getting used to it because we're totally new to podcasting. But I want to try this because it seems pretty fun, and I like it. And I liked having Duke. Duke is awesome. I like
Yes.
Thank you.
You have really good insight. Super smart guy. I love having you here. I love talking to you.
He loves theory crafters.
Yes, and I love being in the chat with you guys and like being able to talk to you guys and figure out cool stuff that we can do in the future together as a bunch of content creators. Like most of the stuff that we've done, that all that people have gotten together on YouTube, Smite content creators. We have to hand it mostly to Duke. This guy puts that shit together, man.
Nice.
I'm only the messenger.
I'm a messenger, yeah, the guy who puts everything together though. So,
Small goal.
So yeah.
Yeah.
My shout out and my love to Duke right there. Okay, just so everybody knows. There you go. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know who we're gonna have on next time, but in the near future,
It's up in the air.
We might have some some really.
There's this new guy. His name's Crimson Reaper.
Oh, Crimson Reaper. You want
Fuck that guy, dude. He's bad. He's terrible.
Okay, who the hell is Crimson Reaper? I gotta ask now.
David's little
Hey,
brother.
he's the guy who was sitting here. You didn't see? Oh no, we don't have the webcam on. Damn, that's right.
We don't have one.
Yeah, he's my brother. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Little brother.
he's a really good gamer.
He's sitting over there at that table, just being a scumbag.
He's just staring us down.
Like, hey, you can get me. I'm like, okay, we got this guy.
No. I think we covered a lot of stuff, and I think we have some stuff to build on in the future when we have another podcast. You know, I'd like to do this regularly. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See if people like it.
We are
Hopefully-
not going to
hopefully people
guarantee
like
any
it.
of you a specific time that we're going to release these, but we will tell you that there will be more. Because normally when we tell you we're going to do something in a certain amount of time, that never happens.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
So we are just not going to tell you anything about that.
School gets in the way.
Lots of things get in the way.
School gets in the way. Yeah, so many things get in the way. I mean, if you guys, no, it's not your fault. But like, if more people
Mark, you never get in the way.
and like paid us and shit, then there wouldn't be so much of a problem.
If this was my job, it would be a great thing, and I'd be so happy to just devote all of my time to it.
Yeah,
But
but
sadly,
Hey guys, I
this
just started a Kickstarter. Can you please fund me?
Yeah.
what did they do?
I said, I just started a Kickstarter. Can you please fund me?
I just opened a Patreon today.
Shameless plug.
Just go down here to this link.
Shameless
Yeah,
plug.
Patreon.
Oh my!
Please, if you put your money in there, Snortolini will go to your house and give you a blowjob.
Yeah. No, yeah, you can. Yeah, he will. He told me.
Lazy hand job, everybody.
It'll be
it'll
professional with
Bro,
love and care. Yeah,
with all the twerks.
everything.
Lazy hand jobs for everyone.
Nah, these aren't lazy, man. These are Snortolini ones. These are messy as shit.
Oh God, please don't put that image in my head.
Thing out on the first go.
All right, and on that note, I think we should.
Yeah,
before
before it goes any further.
before this gets into 4chan territory.
Oh,
I think we did good today, guys. All
But
right.
I also want to say thank you for having me.
Oh,
I very much
Thank you for
enjoyed
being
it.
here.
we thank you for being here, DukeSloth, with us and lending us your sweet time.
Yes.
No worries at all. I'd love to do it again at some point in the future if you're gonna be like, super huge with a podcast and stuff.
No,
Oh no, yeah.
there's no more of you. I'm just kidding.
I tried, okay?
I like it. I like the whole
Yeah.
format, the whole thing, just throwing around ideas, brainstorming, and just trying to figure stuff out, having a good time. I think it's fun. I like it. So I'm gonna try to make this work and keep doing it, for sure.
Well, myself and hopefully the people who are watching should go to dear old DukeSloth and watch some nice videos because I recall some German stuff going on, and I really have.
That video was so funny.
I really want to see that.
Yes.
Despite
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was good. That
That
really
video
good.
was actually, it made me laugh a lot.
That was great.
A lot. But yeah, definitely check him out. And if you're new to our channel, check out some of our stuff too. It's really stupid. Like Duke does a lot of smart stuff. We have a lot of really stupid stuff.
I've not done too much smart stuff lately, to be
We're
honest.
talking about that.
The German one is
And
awesome,
if you guys need to know how to play certain characters, we can't cover them all, but the tryhards guides are your one-shop stop to however you want to play the character. It'll cover everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have very detailed points on each step.
Yes.
Yeah, if you follow the
step-by-step
steps.
process.
As long as you follow the steps, you will find victory everlasting.
And it's with Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman narrating each time. All right,
I mean,
guys,
that's
this
the fucking
conclusion has
selling point,
lasted
right?
about 40 minutes. Yeah?
All right, guys. So
All right.
we will end here. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you for watching, and
Thank you for watching.
it's a good one.
All right, that's it.
Bye.
We all do a clap.
Oh, we did the clap. The clap.
Oh, wait, clap out.
One,
Cut it out.
two. Wait.
3, 2, 1.